Good. Guys, fire any questions you've got. We've got 8 minutes left. So fire any questions you want me to deal with, or at least answer. I'll do my best to answer and deal with. Anybody got anything they want to go through? Any questions? Here we go, Aaron. How successful would you say your 5-minute pullback strategy was when using 60-minute momentum? It was probably about 45%, probably a 45% win loss. In terms of return, I was doing over 100% in a year on that, Aaron, well over 100%. But what I would find is, based on the way the markets were back then, is you would get good morning runs or good afternoon runs. So you might have a couple of losers, and then you'd have one winner, but the winner would outstrip from a risk to reward point of view 5-1. Make sense? So that would probably be the key. Next kickstart is July. We're full now, David. Oh, I'll speak to Sarah. She takes care of that. But I'm pretty much think we are full. I will find out for you and let you know. So we shut it down, but I'll let you know. Yeah. So for me, just coming back to your point there, Aaron, a lot of the time what you'd get, the market would go, something like the pound dollar would go quiet, and then it might do that, and then it might do that. And then what I'd have is I'd end up having a couple of losers because price would just consolidate. And then when it went, it would eventually go. Make sense? So I might have, it might look on paper, 2 losers, 2 winners, but I was able to get a 3-1 and a 3-1 out of the trade. Yeah, that's fine. If you're on TradingView and you're happy with your broker, that's fine, Aaron. Yeah. Does that make sense in terms of visually what I'm saying there? So, you know, you price would sometimes pull back and then roll over. So you had to stick at it. Make sense? And this is why managing your risk is so important. So managing your risk becomes so important, because if you start risking too much, or you blink and sometimes the market's gone and then you've missed it. You see that a bit more on the DAX. I think that's why Kerry trades the DAX rather than currencies, because the DAX will tend to have days where it runs a little bit more. You don't see this quite as much with the currencies, but take what I'm saying there with a pinch of salt, because I'm not as active on the 5-minute charts like I used to be. So Barry, obviously complete beginner, thinking about trying to juggle trading and still doing your current job. How much do you think of it I will have to set aside each morning, or does it depend? Depends what you do. Depends whether you choose to day trade or whether you choose to swing trade. If you were trading in Martin's trading room, then you may need an hour to set your trades up. But your day trading performance, if you're only trading for an hour window every day, is not going to be as good as Kerry's. So you have to set that expectation up. Make sense, Barry? If you're trading swing trading and you're doing that like I do, I will probably put in 35-40 minutes in the morning and then similar in the evening. But some mornings you might only need to put 5 minutes because there's no possible trades. So if you look at the moment, and not all of these trades will come off, but if you look here, now I don't trade all of these strategies, and most of our swing traders don't. But what you'll notice, can you see that they're across the 6 swing strategies that are there, they've got, at the moment, we've got a lot of possible trades. So at the moment, the guys are probably doing an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening. Most of our swing traders will be trading probably 2 or 3 out of these 6. But at the moment, you can see, look, not only have we got a lot of possible trades, there's a lot of highlighted trades as well. So you'll get periods where you'll probably have to put in a little bit more time. So you might allocate an hour in the morning, but you don't actually use it. You only use 5 minutes of it because you've only got 2 or 3 possible trades. They just need a glance and a check, nothing to do, so you don't trade them. All right. So yeah, People often say, what's the minimum amount of time? What's the maximum amount of time? It also depends on how quickly you pick things up. It also depends which strategy you start with. So yeah, you need a little bit of flex. But my argument is if you can't find an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, then you shouldn't be doing, and you want to swing trade, you shouldn't be doing this because you're not serious enough. It's as simple as that. If you can't set your day up to find an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, then you should probably look at doing beat the banks. All right, good. Guys, any other questions? Anything else you need help with? We've got some great stuff lined up. I'm going to get a couple of students in very soon for an interview. So we won't just be Kerry. I'll get Martin in as well, but we'll get some of the students in. I want to get Martin because I want you to hear his story, because he's got a fabulous story in terms of how his journey into trading and what he did. So we're going to get Martin in as well. We're going to get some of the students. I'm going to get some guys from outside. I've got a good friend of mine who's very, very good at helping people save money and plan out their money. A lot of people that come to TSC want to make money, but actually they could do a lot in terms of saving money and doing that. So lots going to be coming up. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for your time again. I hope you found it valuable. I'll be back again in 2 weeks. We'll let you know on email what we're covering, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, everyone. Take care.